Guys, so welcome to Fantastic Solving Tutorial. Are you finding electrolysis difficult to you, hard to you, or soft to you? You're in the right page. So in this video, I'll be showing you easy steps to solve Faraday's law. So let's dive in. What is electrolysis? Electrolysis, as name implies, is not that difficult. The layman understanding, electrolysis could be seen as the breakdown of a chemical compound through electricity. But when you want to imply that um that meaning to what we all know as electrolysis to be the chemical decomposition of a chemical substance, important. That word chemical decomposition, you need to take that important, that is like note it. Chemical decomposition of a compound that is brought about a direct current. So that current, when we are talking of current, is the electricity. Like I said earlier in the layman's understanding, is the electricity. It can be either through a multi-solution or a compound solution. So electrolysis is just like the breakdown. Chemical decomposition is the breakdown of a compound through electricity. So this is important. First law of electrolysis states that the amount of substance that is producing electrolysis, that is made during electrolysis, important. The amount of substance that is producing electrolysis is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passing through it. And when we are talking of this first law of electrolysis, he said the amount, it can also be the mass, which is M, directly proportional to Q, which is the charge. So you can see that, which is the quantity. We see the charge, but the quantity of electricity passing through, we see the charge. So directly proportional to Q. And the charge, we have current and time. So M is directly proportional to IT. That is when we're talking about first law of electrolysis. So in Faraday's second law, he made mention of, he states that the quantity of electricity that is passed through different electrolytes. And when we're talking about electrolytes, it actually means a item, a tools that conduct electricity. The relative number of moles of the element discharged are inversely proportional to the charge of the element on the ion. So in the Faraday's first law of electrolysis, I made it clear that mass is directly proportional to the charge, and the charge, which is the Q, is equal to the quantity of electricity in coulombs and can be calculated by multiplying the current times the time. So that's why we have mass is directly proportional to current times time. So in regard to the second law of electrolysis, they said the mass of the element liberated is equals to the relative atomic mass of the element times the quantity of electricity used divided by 1 Faraday. 1 Faraday is 96,500 coulombs times the valency of the element. That's simple as that. So let's dive into the question. Copper sulfate solution is electrolyzed using a platinum electrode. A current of 0.193 amperes dispersed for 2 hours, which is the time. How many grams of copper are deposited? Are given copper to be 63.5. That is the relative atomic mass. Then 1 Faraday is a constant 96,500 coulombs. Then I brought out the parameter which says that the current is 0.193, time is 2 hours, copper 63.5 gram, Faraday's law is 96,500 coulombs. So in this, before we start solving, like I said that Q, which is charge, is equals to IT, which is the current times time. So we multiply this 0.193 times, you have 0.193 times the time 2 hours. Each hour is 60 minutes, and since it's 2 hours, we are going to have 120 times 60 seconds. So with this is giving us a figure of 1389.6 coulombs. So this is our charge. We have not gotten the answer yet. Then we'll use the mathematical expression for the second law of electrolysis, which says that the relative atomic mass of the elements times the quantity over 1 Faraday times the valency. So in solving for this, we have to look at 63.5 gram. We have to look at 63.5 gram, which is relative atomic mass. So we bring it down to 63.5 gram times the charge, and our charge is 1389.6 coulomb. Then we divide it by 1 Faraday. 1 Faraday is giving us 96,500. We multiply it by 2, which is valency. The valency is 2. The valency for copper is 2. Then our final answer, we are having 0.457 gram. That is the mass of copper, because they say that we should look for how many grams is still also mass. So the mass of copper is 0.45 gram. I hope you found this helpful. Able to understand electrolysis, please don't forget to like, share for more chemistry lessons. Bye.